Where do you think the Bitcoin price is going to go this year? Alex, let's start with the Ethereum Flippening. This is something that is relatively new. I had to look it up myself. This is something a year ago you said, Ethereum's going to surpass Bitcoin. People would laugh at me when I said that. But now it looks like it might be happening. What indicators are you watching that suggest to you that this is happening right now?
Yeah, so the Celsius community is now almost 1 million strong, and inside our community, which again, you can watch all those numbers by downloading our app, the flippening already happened. Ethereum already surpassed Bitcoin in dollar terms as the total holdings of the Celsius community. And I think that the broader market will follow it. In the next year or two, we'll see that flippening happening also in the broader market. When people think that I live in the future or I have a special skill at seeing the future, all I do is look at the Celsius numbers and what the hodler community at Celsius is telling me every day.
So they're currently, so it's by volume right now, where the number of people, number of transactions, what's the measurement here?
The measurement is by how much in dollar terms do these million people hold? Do they have in dollar terms more Bitcoin, or do they have in dollar terms more Ethereum? So Ethereum just surpassed Bitcoin in the last month or two. It's the first time ever that our million users had more. We manage about 17 billion in deposits or in customer coins.
Yeah.
And the total held, the number one coin held in dollar terms is Ethereum.
Well, I'm looking at the market cap right now comparison. $630 billion for Bitcoin at today's prices, $250 billion roughly for Ethereum. That's still a significant difference. The flippening refers to a possible scenario in which Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin in market cap. Could this happen? Will it happen?
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. I think the use case for Bitcoin is store of value. The use case for Ethereum is yield. And yield as an application, it just has a broader user base, right? There's more people in the world who are vying for yield than people in the world who are saying, I'm afraid of my fiat currency. I'm just going to park some value, right? I'm going to move some value from my fiat, from my dollar, from my Canadian dollar, from my yen to Bitcoin. So I think over time, you will see a broader adoption of Ethereum than of Bitcoin, but obviously both of them are exceptional applications and exceptional blockchains, and we will see a broad adoption of both. It's just that one will exceed the other.
Have you spoken to cybersecurity firms about their developments in the crypto space?
Sure. We were the first in the world, I think, to implement MPC, multi-party computation. Right now, almost everybody's using it. We're now using 2 layers of that technology to make sure that our customers have the safest place to manage their keys. And we are on the latest and greatest. We always look at technology. We're a technology company. We have close to 400 people, and many of them just deal with what you just talked about.
Yeah.
And test new technology, verify new technology. And there's great tech coming out of the US, Canada, Israel, all of this stuff that we're continuously implementing to make it even safer for our users.
First part of our interview, the flippening. Let's talk about Bitcoin first. Did you change your forecast? You had said potentially, well, first of all, you made a number of accurate calls, right? You've said that Bitcoin could retrace $30,000. We've talked about this before on the show. You're calling for $160,000 potentially by year end. Are you sticking to that?
Yeah, I think we're going to have another run-up after this China situation clears itself up, and more users. We have record users every day joining Bitcoin, right? So the number of wallets, the total owned by these wallets is at all-time record high. So I definitely see, we already took all the leverage out of the system, right? We liquidated over 1.5 million retail users, not Celsius, but the basically all of the exchanges liquidated a lot of the people that were long on margin with this flash crash that we've had in the last few weeks. And because of that, there's no more leverage in the system. So now all the new buying demand is actually going to push the prices higher. So I'm definitely seeing us touching 140 to 160,000 this year, but then retrenching and closing the year below 100,000.
And let's talk about Ethereum. It's currently at around $2,100. Of course, for the flipping to happen, the price mathematically has to surpass the growth rate of Bitcoin. Could that happen this year?
Yeah, so I think Ethereum needs to go above 4,000 or 5,000 per coin to basically hit to be more valuable than Bitcoin. That is definitely a very high, very difficult to do this year. It's going to take probably another year or two before that can happen. And really, a lot of it depends on how much money is going to flow into DeFi, how much of this momentum can Ethereum maintain versus people using Cardano or Polkadot or some of the other chains, Solana and so on. So there's a lot of options here, a lot of issues, and we'll see. Again, I'm watching our community. I know our community represents the hodlers, represents the future, and all I'm doing is extrapolating the numbers based on their behavior.
Ethereum was at 3,500, almost 4,000 earlier this year. So actually about a month ago, not even earlier this year, about a month ago. So definitely possible. But even at $5,000, Alex, that's double the market cap. That would be roughly not even equal to Bitcoin's current market cap if you assume no growth at all in Bitcoin. So I think it actually needs to go even higher than $5,000 to surpass Bitcoin, right?
Yes. Yeah, it needs to go higher. Again, I'm comparing it to current levels.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Definitely, if Bitcoin is going to double or triple, and on average, Bitcoin triples every year on average. So you can just do the math. But look, we're going after all the money in the world, right? So this is not about adding another trillion or two to the market cap of digital assets. As long as central banks continue to print money endlessly, there's almost a guarantee that all of that value will migrate from fiat to digital currencies. So if you want to know how high Bitcoin and Ethereum goes, all you have to watch is the Central Bank of England, which is actually the largest printer ever. It prints in percentage terms even more than the Fed or the Bank of Japan. But everybody's printing, right? Every central bank is effectively printing, and all that does is debases their currency. A Bitcoin is still a Bitcoin. The question is just how many of these dollars, printed dollars, it takes to buy one Bitcoin.